Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Chicago, Illinois. It's Money in the Bank. It's the pay-per-view. It's the pay-per-view that you've all been waiting for. And we're going to kick it off with the match that you guys have been amped up to see. It's the Money in the Bank ladder match. We're kicking it off with Curtis Axel, probably the wild card in this match. Probably a guy that we don't expect to win this one at all. But could he do it? We're going to wait and see. There are 5 other competitors in this match, including the mystery man. Who will it be? We'll find out just in a minute. Guys, I apologize for the long wait for this one. I know it's been probably a month too long, but it's here. We've got it now, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a really good show, so I invite you all to tune in, stick around. It's going to be a long one, but I'm guaranteeing you guys it's going to be well worth it as Curtis Axel embraces the fans. Can he get the job done? Who will be the next guy? We know the other 4 competitors, but who's going to be the mystery man? And as we see Mark Henry, the big man in the matchup, he's 400 pounds, he's the world's strongest man. He's in a match that doesn't really suit him at all. He's not really, this isn't really what he's accustomed to. This isn't a match suited for him at all. Climbing a ladder using, speed, quickness, agility, high-risk maneuvers, that's not Mark Henry's style. He's a man, he's going to beat you down and use powerful maneuvers to keep you down the mat. He might climb up that ladder very, very slowly, but he'll get there, and he could grab that briefcase. And I mean, if he wins, well, look out the world or WWE champion, because they're going to be in big, big trouble with Mark Henry. And Wade Barrett, a man that I think could be a potential winner here. He's certainly proved himself over the past few weeks on SmackDown to be a worthy contender for the World Championship. So he's had a few wins. He hasn't quite being up there in the contendership. Neither has any of these guys. Only Mark Henry really and Chris Jericho have been in the contenderships for the World or WWE Championship. So it's certainly up in arms who's going to win this one. Who knows? But Wade Barrett's certainly a viable contender here, and I think would not surprise me at all if he actually got the job done. And I'm looking forward to it. And here's another man, Ryback, probably another man suited just like Mark Henry. Not really his match style, but you'd have to think could be another wild card in this match. I don't really expect him to win it, but if he did, well, congratulations to him. But it's going to certainly take a lot of effort from him to win this one. He hasn't really impressed us since arriving on our universe mode at all. He hasn't really done that much. He hasn't really been in that many matches, that many big matches at all, but certainly has proved himself to be a threat in this matchup. And we wait for the next person to come out. And if you haven't already, guys, make sure you check out the Money in the Bank promo, where you can find out, see a little preview of what's to come in this matchup. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. The link will probably be in the description or a video response of some sorts to this one. As we see Y2J, Chris Jericho, the man who invented this ladder match, Money in the Bank ladder match, the man, well, you'd have to say, I think would be the favorite in my opinion. He's been in the most Money in the Bank ladder matches in this one, but I think he can certainly get the job done. I don't know who the mystery man will be, but whoever it is, he's going to have to be some sort of a real threat and real ladder match specialist to knock off a guy like Chris Jericho, because Chris Jericho, for mine, is the favorite to win. I'd love to know who you guys are thinking. Who's going to be the favorite to win? A lot of you guys weren't too sure who was going to win this one, but and weren't too sure who the mystery man is going to be. So we're all up in arms about who will win this one, but for me, Chris Jericho would have to be the favorite so far. Don't know who the next guy will be, but whoever it is, he's going to have to be good, like I said, at the ladder match. But Chris Jericho. So we'll wait now. Who is it going to be? The last and final contender for this Money in the Bank ladder match. Big matchup, big stakes on the line. Who's it going to be? Oh my, it's Rob Van Dam. I think I know the music. I think we all know who it is. There he is. Rob Van Dam is back in our universe mode, back in the WWE. And he is here in this Money in the Bank ladder match. Welcome back, RV Dick. Well, he has won the Money in the Bank ladder match in the past. He used to be known as Mr. Money in the Bank. He is Mr. Monday Night. can he win this one again? You'd have to say he's got to be the favourite now. He's won the match before. He certainly is a specialist at ladder matches. There's no doubt about that. And you'd have to say that he's certainly now the new favourite in this one. He's back, but what kind of condition will he be in? Will he be in good enough ring condition to knock off 5 other competitors in this sort of matchup? That really takes a lot out of you. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But Rob Van Dam is back. And I think a few of you guys actually caught onto this one and suspected Rob Van Dam. So if you picked RVD, well, give yourself a pat on the back because you've done well. You've picked well. It was Rob Van Dam, of course, who did return at the real Money in the Bank, and who was in part of the real Money in the Bank ladder matchup. So got the inspiration there to bring him back, and he's certainly one of my favorites. So of course I had to bring him back at some stage. But yes, he is back, and we begin this Money in the Bank ladder matchup. Now, certainly 2 big heavy guys, 2 kind of ladder match experts, and Curtis Axel and Wade Barrett, I'd say more brawler, more, just beat you down type. So different style of competitors in this one. So certainly a good mix of competitors. Of course, we did the Money in the Bank qualifying matches to determine who would enter this matchup. That was heavily featured over our past month month as in the schedule from the Vengeance pay-per-view to Money in the Bank. The past month in between there, the main point that we were trying to focus on was the Money in the Bank ladder match. So this has been the main matchup we've been trying to focus on, and we're kicking it off first up. So it's opening the show for us. Of course, we have some other huge matches up later on. We got the likes of Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. The Big Show taking on Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship as well. That's going to be a huge match. And of course, we have CM Punk taking on The Rock. So another big matchup there. Big card, big stakes on the line. Who will win those matches? Well, I guess you have to wait and see. Of course, if you don't want to watch this matchup, or if you want to watch the end or something like that, check out the description down below, because I will have all the match times and when you can skip ahead to go and watch the next matchup. All that will be in the description down below. And I thank you guys for supporting the Universe Mode over the... Well, it's been a good 8 months now since I've been doing the series. And I know I don't really do them that much, or I don't really do 3 or 4 a week like a lot of you guys wished I would. But I do try and get them out as quick as I can. And I do put a lot of effort into it. So a like on the video would really be appreciated. So Rob Van Dam, as you can see, knocked off the ladder. They're bringing in a few toys. You can see a steel chair in there. The ladders are in there, so the toys are in. And Mark Henry just walking around the ring. Someone's already taken off the top of the announce table as well, so I guess that could be a big factor coming into the matchup. Mark Henry, well, he decides I'm just going to knock the ladder over. I don't want anyone to have a potential chance to climb up, so I'll just knock the ladder down. And wow, RVD is already busted open from a headbutt from Mark Henry, so that just tells the story right there. One headbutt from Mark Henry and you are out. Lights out. So expect to see this one as a long match. I'd say all the Money in the Bank ladder matches in the game generally take a long time to finish because it's so crazy. It's 6 guys in the ring, and there's, if you're playing as a guy, there's 5 other guys trying to knock you down. So it's so hard to win the matchup, which makes it so good and so rewarding if you do win this one. So, like I said, I think RVD or Chris Jericho for mine. Mind you, Chris Jericho has been in so many of these matches, but he's yet to win one. So you want to ask the question, can he actually win it? Well, I don't know, but Rob Van Dam's won one, so you'd have to say the money would be on him. But you don't count out a guy like Curtis Axel or Wade Barrett, though. You certainly have to consider them. Certainly their brawler kind of style, I think. I don't know if actually you could call him a brawler, but I would probably more consider him that kind of style. He's not really a chain or technical wrestler by no means. So probably more of a Wade Barrett style about him. So, and then of course have Ryback, the big powerhouse, as well as Mark Henry. So who knows? I mean, such a broad and such a different style of guys. Anyone could really take this one out. And I think Mark Henry just sent Rob Van Dam through the ringside and barricade there. So crazy stuff there, man. And Ryback sent out there by Wade Barrett. So action is happening all over the place. And Of course, if you haven't seen some if you haven't seen any Universe Mode episodes leading into Money in the Bank, make sure you go and check them out before you watch all the show. I know I didn't do a promo video for all the other matches this time around. I apologize. I just time restrictions, and well, I was taking long enough to get this one out as it was, so I didn't want to take any longer than I needed. So, but I apologize for that. But really good card on the hands, and you've seen the build-up. If you want to see more of the build-up that's all the build-up that's happened over the past few weeks to months of videos leading into the pay-per-view, make sure you go check out the previous episodes. There is plenty there. I think there might be a good 8 episodes to go and watch. So probably, I don't know, each episode about 10 minutes each. So probably a good 2 hours of content there for you guys to go check out. So make sure you go and do that if you want to stay up to date what's happening with Rob Van Dam climbing the ladder there. Could he grab the briefcase? No, he decides not to, but he's going to probably climb back up. Yes, he does, to confront Mark Henry, stop him from climbing up. Oh, he's not going to do this. Oh, no way. No way. Rob Van Dam and Ryback sending Chris Jericho. It's all happening. Rob Van Dam just suplexed Mark Henry off the top of the ladder. That, for sure, ladies and gentlemen, will only ever happen in a video game. And I don't know what. Rob, are you drunk again? Are you high? Is it 4? I don't think it's 4:20 yet. You just suplexed nobody. Moonsaulted nobody. I don't know. This game's crazy. Mark Henry just got back up after taking his suplex. He's back up, and he might just grab this briefcase here. No, Rob Van Dam's going to send him back down. And Ryback and Chris Jericho going at it outside the ring. Now Wade Barrett getting side suplexed by Rob Van Dam, and Curtis Axel getting beat up by Mark Henry. It's all happening. It really is all happening here. And Mark Henry climbing up the ladder again. Rob Van Dam joining him, but they're probably out of reach to grab the briefcase. And a nice uppercut from Rob Van Dam. A few more there, and Mark Henry getting the advantage. Rob Van Dam has been thrown off the ladder. I think Wade Barrett got cut open there. Oh man, this is all happening. And Mark Henry has been been in the contendership for the world title. I think, did he get a title match? I'm not too sure. I don't think he did, but he might have. No, I don't think he did. But he's certainly been in the top 5 contendership. He's almost been the number 1 contender, but not quite. So he really needs to win this Money in the Bank briefcase, in my opinion, to kind of get that title shot. He hasn't been able to get it. He's almost earned one, but not quite done enough to get one. As he suplexes Curtis Axel off the top of the ladder. That has got to hurt. Chris Jericho climbing up. Don't think Mark Henry's going to let him. He's having a look, assessing the situation. He's going to climb back up. Not a good situation to be. Oh! Was that a code breaker off the top of the ladder? Wow. And speaking of finishes, Ryback slamming with a shell shock. Wade Barrett to the mat. Chris Jericho coming back up. Rob Van Dam, who looks in very good condition compared to Chris Jericho. And, well, a bit of a glitch there, but Rob Van Dam has been thrown out of the ring off the ladder. I think that could ruin Rob Van Dam's condition. And Chris Jericho with an air swing there, trying to throw the ladder into the ring. Kind of missed it just a little bit. And a Ryback with that backpack slam. I don't know what that move is called. I know I've said this a lot of times. Like every time he does it, I'm saying to myself, I don't know what it's called, and you guys keep telling me, and I keep forgetting. I gotta learn it. So backpack something, I don't know. But Ryback, he can throw it in the ring this time. At least somebody can throw a ladder, and Axel can do the same. And we have Wade Barrett with the steel steps over here. So they're bringing out all the toys at the moment. It feels like it's a bit of an ECW kind of situation here. All the toys are out. With Rob Van Dam certainly would be feeling at home as he climbs up the ladder. Couldn't miss the Monday night climb up and get the briefcase. Well, no, he can't because he's on his back. He's back up now though, and Curtis Axel pushing the outer ladder around. Nobody can really get the advantage as Wade Barrett sends Ryback, I think it was, off the top of the ladder. These guys are really putting their body on the line. They really want this Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't blame them, to be honest. I think I'd want the Money in the Bank briefcase as well. Of course, if you win this one, if you're unaware, which probably is absolutely none of you, if you're not really aware, if you win the Money in the Bank ladder match, you get a briefcase, which allows you to get a title match whenever you please. So, how it works in the game, I think myself, or the person playing or picking the, going to play the match, get the option to choose whether or not I want them to cash in. And I remember reading a comment from somebody saying, please don't fuck up the Money in the Bank ladder match. Please, the cash in. Please make it special. Please make it cool. Please make it awesome. I'll try my best. I'm not too sure when I don't even know when I'll cash in or whatever I'm going to do. But we'll find out and we'll sort it out for you guys. So don't worry about that. That will be all sorted, no doubt about it. Rob Van Dam climbing back up. Wade Barrett in trouble. And oh no, I think he landed on the ropes. I thought he might have actually gone outside of the ring, but I think he's actually probably done more damage landing on the ropes and springing back down. Chris Jericho probably was in a good situation to climb up and get it then, but not quite, missing out. And it's all happening really. The ladder is still in the ring with Rob Van Dam planting Chris Jericho down. Oh man, I don't know who is going to win this one. It could be anybody at the moment. It's really up in arms. With Rob Van Dam has the steps, Ryback at the ladder. Both guys putting them both down. Didn't really want to hit each other. Didn't want to whack each other. This is PG, remember guys. They don't really want to hurt each other. There is blood. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, that ladder is really taking a beating. These guys are putting themselves on the line. Rob Van Dam's at the top. I think this is probably one of the best situations he's had to climb up and get it. He's swinging off. He's already won one before in the past. I think he might have enough here. Can he hold on? No, he can't. I think he might have landed on a bit of the ladder there as well. You can see he's feeling the effects. He's holding onto his back. He's not in a good situation. Wade Barrett picks him up. Looks like he might try to finish him off here as well. With a sit-down powerbomb. That is it for Rob Van Dam, you'd have to say. Mark Henry has the ladder. And can he climb up and grab it? Wade Barrett, nope, he's going to throw it down. And Curtis Axel throws another ladder into the action. And that really is all happening, guys. Wow. Curtis Axel holding his head, trying to get a breather, trying to regroup outside the ring, I think. Mark Henry has a big bear hug on Chris Jericho. Not a good situation at all to be in from Y2J. This has got to hurt. But really, nobody's got the advantage here. We've seen Mark Henry and Rob Van Dam get an opportunity to grab it, but haven't been able to capitalize. Curtis Axel, I know that's Wade Barrett climbing up there. But Ryback throws them both off. Rob Van Dam, he is getting hurt. Welcome back to the WWE. You might just come out of this match with 5 or 6 broken ribs, if you're lucky. Man, he is taking an absolute beating from all these guys. They're not really welcoming him back with open arms here. Chris Jericho has it. I think Chris Jericho might get it here. No, Ryback spoiling the party. Oh! With a powerbomb there. Wow, Chris Jericho sent down to the mat. Mark Henry destroying him. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are enjoying what you've seen so far. Plenty more of this to come. Maybe not Money in the Bank, but plenty more good matches to come later on in the show. So, wow, I guess all these weeks of build-up towards this pay-per-view has certainly been worth it. And Chris Jericho and Mark Henry are both down and out. Curtis Axel working on Wade Barrett. Ryback working on RVD. I don't think Mark Henry and Chris Jericho have not moved. They are out. Oh, Chris Jericho, they both suddenly just get up. Okay, disregard what I just said. They have not moved. Next second, they get up. And Axel tried to grab the briefcase and falling on his ass like a dopey shit. And Wade Barrett now is trying to do... there's too many ladders in the ring. He doesn't know what he's doing. But Mark Henry kind of pushes him out of the way. Climbing up. I think this might be it. No. Well, nobody has really had a clear chance to grab the briefcase. I mean, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, and RVD. RVD probably the best opportunity so far. And I think Wasteland there by Wade Barrett. I think, was that a World's Strongest Slam from Mark Henry? I don't know. He slammed into the mat, if anyways. But Rob Van Dam with a big neck breaker there. Man, this is all happening. Mark Henry flung into that ladder. He's bleeding. Curtis Axel's bleeding. I think Wade Barrett's bleeding. I don't know if Ryback's bleeding. He's probably bleeding now after that drop kick. I think he is bleeding. Chris Jericho, I think, is bleeding. Rob Van Dam's bleeding. I think everybody's bleeding. It's a bloodbath here in Money in the Bank. Oh, man. This is... this is painful. This is not really working out too well for any of these guys, but their bodies are getting brutalized. I don't know. Actually, I think Ryback might be clean. I think he might be good. He won't be getting diseased after this match, that's for sure. So the blood bank won't be needed to call in. Ryback won't need to go to the blood bank later. You probably could call in the blood bank because there's probably been enough blood shed to save somebody's life. There's been that much blood. But all good so far. And Ryback slamming RVD to the mat. Mark Henry has a ladder. Wade Barrett has a ladder. I think Mark Henry, if he can climb up, he might be in a good situation to get it here. But no, that ladder. Oh, man. Chris Jericho ate that whole ladder up. Ryback feasting on Chris Jericho in a sick, sadistic way by throwing him into a ladder. Wow. As all guys are in the ring at the moment. The two ladders are in the ring. Mark Henry, speaking of getting out of the ring, out goes Mark Henry. As you can see, 2 steel chairs, 2 steel steps. The announce table's gone. 2 ladders in the ring. One of the ringside barricades is gone. It's all happening. It really is all happening as Ryback climbing up and sent back down. All these guys are beating the crap out of each other. My God, Mark Henry just eats that ladder up. Smacked in the head. Man, this is brutal. This is brutality. This is WWE at its finest, I think. I love the Money in the Bank ladder match. It is certainly one of my favorite matches. And recreating it here on our Universe mode is awesome as Curtis Axel in a bad way indeed, with a shell shocked right onto his back, but he gets out of the ring, looks in the regroup. He's back in now, no selling it. He's back up, RVD up as well. Everybody's kind of up. No, I think that's Wade Barrett on his back. He's up now. Everybody's up. Rob Van Dam trying to get up the ladder. He's shaking, he's stirring, he's taking an age, and then Ryback trying to do the same. This is not going to go well. Chris Jericho, Rob Van Dam back onto the mat. He's done that plenty of times. That'll feel nice for him. He's certainly taken some heavier bumps than that one in this match. That one will certainly feel nice for him. That'll be a nice breath of fresh air compared to the other ones he's had to take. And Chris Jericho up now. You could probably think about grabbing the briefcase. Well, RVD just throws Chris Jericho off the ladder. Well, essentially, Chris Jericho was floating in midair, and he suddenly fell out of midair. So gravity kind of took him, but he fell off in a ladder-like sequence. So a few glitches. Not really the best showcase of this game and what it can really produce in this one. It's showing off a few of its bad points, but I don't know. Rob Van Dam has Wade Barrett up though. Wade Barrett, he doesn't fall on the ring this time, so that's a bonus for him. And Mark Henry, he's throwing Ryback around like a rag doll. And I think if he can... Then what these guys really need to do, though, is throw each other out of the ring. They need to throw everybody out of the ring and climb up. Because if there's everybody in the ring, there's no chance that they can get up and grab the briefcase. And Rob Van Dam with a great splash there. And Mark Henry has got Ryback up, throwing him back down. Really, the strategy they need to do right now is get everybody out of the ring. All these guys are groggy. Rob Van Dam with another splash. They need to throw these guys outside the ring and then have the ring to yourself and climb up and get it. You have all the time in the world. Easier said than done, I know, but they need to kind of get these guys outside and get these guys brawling. As you see, 3 guys outside at the moment. If they kept them busy out there, well then, if you're the last guy in the ring, you have a fantastic chance to climb up and grab it. So you want to hope a couple of these guys stay outside the ring. So Chris Jericho and Curtis Axel really have the wrong strategy. You don't want to be out. You don't want to be the guy outside the ring, and he is outside the ring at the moment. Ryback and Mark Henry. Mark Henry taking forever to climb up, but he's got Ryback up. I think he's going to go for a suplex. He hits it, and Ryback taking some of that turnbuckle and the rope. That is gotta hurt. This is a brutal matchup, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to kick off our pay-per-view for our Universe mode. I believe, what is it? Extreme Rules, Over the Limit, Vengeance. This is our 4th pay-per-view. Next one, of course, SummerSlam. That'll be coming to you, well, very, very soon. It's going to be probably the biggest and best pay-per-view that we've put on so far. So stay tuned for that one. That will be awesome. But for now, we still got Money in the Bank to go. And this match is still going. This opening contest. Rob Van Dam went for a kick outside the ring, missed it. And these guys really are beating the shit out of each other. Excuse my language, but that's all I can really say. Mark Henry, I think if he can climb up here, he might be in for a chance because, well, they were preoccupied, but not so much now. But this could be a really good chance for Mark Henry if he can get rid of Ryback here to climb up, because the ladder is perfectly underneath the briefcase, as you can see. He needs to, don't suplex him off, but he needs to kind of punch his way off, and that might do. Might throw Ryback off here. He does. Can he grab the briefcase? Now's a good opportunity. I think this might be his chance. He does. He gets it. Mark Henry has taken the Money in the Bank briefcase. Here is your winner. Well, I said before the match that he would be he'd be the guy I would least expect to take this one out, and he's done it. I've been saying it for weeks, especially when he qualified. I said there is no chance that Mark Henry will win it, and he's taken it out. He's surprised everybody here. The biggest man in the matchup, in a high-flying style matchup, wins. Well, what do I know? Mark Henry, he is Mr. Money in the Bank. He has the opportunity to cash in for either the World Heavyweight Championship or the Money in the Bank the WWE Championship. Doesn't matter that he's a SmackDown competitor. He can go get the WWE Championship and he can move over to the Raw, or he can stay on SmackDown and compete for the World Heavyweight Championship. So he has the choice to do either one. He doesn't have to pick. So he doesn't have to stay where he wants to stay. He can do whatever he wants. So well, big victory for a big man. Mark Henry taking out the Money in the Bank. And as we get ready for our next match. Alrighty, so before we get to our next matchup, let's check out the rest of the card so you guys can get an idea of what is to come on the show. So we have the Big Show versus Sheamus, R-Truth versus Santino Marella, Tag Team Belts on the line, the Shield versus the R&B, CM Punk and The Rock, AJ Lee versus Bella, I think it was Brie Bella, and of course John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. So a lot to come, and no, we're not going to cash in Money at the Bank just quite yet. I think we'll leave that for a future episode, but there's a lot to come for our show, so make sure you stick around. There's plenty more coming. The Big Show versus Sheamus. Now this is a very intriguing matchup, a match that I've been looking forward to. It is the main event for SmackDown. It's the SmackDown's big matchup, and it's early on in the card, but still very exciting matchup. So can the Big Show continue his momentum? I mean, he has not lost the championship since he got it. So since the beginning of our universe mode, he's plowed through the competition, the likes of Del Rio, Daniel Bryan, now Sheamus. So I think a big chance. Of course, he knocked off Alberto Del Rio last pay-per-view. I think, yeah, for the last pay-per-view. So was it Del Rio? It might have been Daniel Bryan, but I know he's taken on Del Rio twice. He's taken on Daniel Bryan at the pay-per-views, and not to mention the past few episodes on SmackDown on our universe modes, he has been knocking through all the competition and looking really good. So at the big pay-per-views, he's been able to do it all. He's been able to win it all. So he's going to be tough to beat. So Sheamus is going to have to be on his A game, who of course won a #1 contenders match to get into this one. So certainly has earned the right to be here. So by no means does he pose less of a threat to the Big Show. He certainly is a big threat, and I think the Big Show's got his work cut out for him. I think there's a big chance that he may just lose his World Championship this time around, but we're going to have to wait and see as Sheamus comes out here. Of course, the Great White, the Celtic Warrior, and you'd have to say that he certainly is with a good chance. I mean, he has been building some momentum. He's been pretty good leading into the pay-per-view. So both guys actually been pretty good. Both guys winning majority of their matches leading in. So both guys have been very impressive. So can the world champion knock off Sheamus? So I'd have to say Sheamus is his biggest threat so far, because Del Rio, he came so close at Extreme Rules. If you remember back on episode 4 of our Universe Mode, it might have been, episode 5. We had Extreme Rules, and what a show that was. That was an awesome show. And of course, I mean, it was just incredible to see how close Del Rio got, and the Big Show, he was done. He was done for. He was all out of it, and he somehow got through it. And of course, Daniel Bryan, the Big Show just plowed through Daniel Bryan like he was nothing. And then he had a rematch with Del Rio again, and Del Rio came close, but not quite getting the win again. So he certainly has beaten Del Rio. He's done and dusted with Del Rio. Now it's someone new, someone exciting, and of course that's going to be Sheamus getting his shot this time around. And well deserved. You have to say Sheamus definitely deserves to get this shot. And I'm looking forward to this matchup. I think it's going to be a very exciting one. So I don't know who's going to win it. I'm probably tipping the Big Show to retain his championship. You just have to say that he has been in really good form as of recent weeks, as Sheamus picks him up like he's nothing, only in a video game. He's been in very good form in recent weeks, and his pay-per-view record on our Universe mode, he's undefeated. So you'd have to say he's going to continue that undefeated streak and get a big win. But Sheamus certainly won't go down without a fight, as the Big Show throws his shoulder first right into that steel ring post. Now that is going to hurt. So Big Show might be trying to target the shoulder of Sheamus as a headbutt there from Sheamus. So of course, if you've missed the build up to this big matchup, make sure you check out previous episodes before you go any further, because there's been a lot happening. I mean, the Big Show, his back turn, and now follows it up with a bulldog. Of course, you have to say that the build-up towards this pay-per-view on SmackDown, it's all been about the big World Championship matchup, and we've seen Big Show in action against Sheamus, and he's looked really, really good. So you'd have to say that he's certainly in the running to impress and retain his championship again. And as Sheamus, big back body drop to the Big Show. I don't think you'll ever see that one. I mean, certainly the video game is very... it's extending to what could possibly happen in reality, but whatever. That happens. As Big Show is down again, Sheamus drops the elbow right to the chest. And I don't know, I mean, Sheamus, you'd have to say, can he pick him up for his finishing maneuver, the white noise, and of course he has the big bro kick out, which he can hit out of nowhere. So definitely Sheamus has got his work cut out for him, facing such a large athlete, 450 pounds, 7 foot tall. The Big Show, he is very big. He certainly deserves the name the Big Show. But Sheamus, he's no small man either, so I think he'll be right at home here. And the Big Show going for a submission maneuver, but Sheamus too tall, easily able to get to the ropes. Of course, this is just a standard matchup. There's disqualification and count-out rules are applied. So all the matches on this card are actually standard matches. There is no stipulation matches other than the first match, which you just saw. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but that's just the way it goes as a belly-to-belly suplex. Oh, man. I know, Sheamus, I know you're strong, mate. I know you're strong, buddy, but that strong? I don't think so. But anyways, Sheamus, he's looking really good at the moment. I think the Big Show could be in a bit of trouble. He might have to start to pick it up a little bit if he's going to remain in this one. As a collar and elbow tie-up, Sheamus, he could potentially become the second World Heavyweight Champion on Universe Mode and could be the next top guy on the SmackDown, on the blue brand. Which, of course, there is a brand extension in our Universe Mode. So if you aren't aware of that, there is a full brand extension, so no Raw guys really ever appear on SmackDown. Only if they're kind of in the tag teams, then, or if they're in a rivalry, then they may pop up. But most of the time, you'll only see SmackDown guys on SmackDown, Raw guys on Raw. So, but on the pay-per-views, they are joint venture, just like how it is in the current day product. Otherwise, we would never see, because it takes long enough to get the pay-per-view, to get me around to do the pay-per-views anyway, so it would take months and months to see the payoff for some of the rivalries. We don't want to wait that long, so we want to keep it fresh. And as Big Show knocked back into the ring, Sheamus looking very, very good. Big Show has been able to come back from a brutal beating, like I referred to on Extreme Rules, where he took an absolute brutal beating, and he was done. He was down and out, but I was able to come back. So Sheamus will have that in the back of his mind. He'll know the Big Show is resilient. He knows the Big Show will be able to come back from just about anything. But of course, that was the Extreme Rules match. So Sheamus doesn't have the toys to use this time around. He can't use any of his toys to play with. So he's going to have to do it a bit harder. He's going to have to do it the natural wrestling way. But Big Show's starting to get some momentum back. Needs to break the count. Is at a four count. The referee's stuck. And Big Show still waiting outside. We may look to get... I was thinking he may look to use the announce table, but no, he's going to get back in the ring. Now Sheamus fighting for the world title. He needs to win the world championship, Sheamus. I don't think he'll get many opportunities at it if he doesn't win it. I don't think many guys will. There's a lot of guys trying to step up. Of course, a big major player in the world title scene actually gone. Of course, if you remember back to our Vengeance pay-per-view where Randy Orton was, well, I don't know. I guess you could say he had to leave the WWE for good, thanks to the hands of The Rock in the big matchup, the huge matchup that was. That was the highlight of our Vengeance show. That was a great match. It was awesome. And of course, Randy Orton had to leave the WWE, so that meant that a huge part of the SmackDown roster needed to be filled. And you'd have to say Sheamus has probably stepped up here. I mean, Randy Orton was one guy that we always thought, yep, he's going to be in line for a shot. He's going to be the next world champion. He's going to be the man that's going to take down the Big Show. But he's no longer here. He's gone. And many of you guys have been speculating when he's going to come back. Well, I honestly don't know if he will be back at all. I think he might have been offered a contract at the good old TNA. We never know. But, of course, I'm talking about my universe mode here, guys. I'm not talking about the real world. I'm talking about universe mode. But, yes, when the Randy Orton will be back, if Randy Orton will be back, will remain to be seen, so you have to stay tuned. But never say never. As the Big Show takes this one to the outside, and Sheamus hits his little foot, probably his pinky, his, what is it, the pinky toe? I don't know. I know it's the pinky finger. I don't know what, this little toe. His little toe hit the steel steps there. But actually, if you hit your little toe on a table, like, you know, when you're walking, you always hit your toe on something, it actually freaking hurts. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sheamus was in a little bit of pain from it, but he does have some big boots on. But anyways, forget about that. The Big Show has got his foot right in Sheamus's face. He was just pounding away on Sheamus. So I think Sheamus has got bigger things to worry about than his little toe at the moment. And of course, he has the World Heavyweight Championship. His one and only chance, I would assume, at getting the belt. Big Show going for a cover here. This could be it. It's one. No, Sheamus just kicking out a one count, keeping strong. Holding his head, though. He's feeling the effects of this match. Oh, wait a minute. What's he going to do? Oh, he's not going to hit this. Oh, he's not going to hit this. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, he's going to drag him in the middle ring. I think this is going to be it. This is going to be it. 1, 2, 3. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion, Sheamus. Wow. Sheamus has done it. He's hit his finishing maneuver on the Big Show. Wow, I can't believe he lifted him up. He's done it. He's the new World Heavyweight Champion. I can't believe it. The Big Show, his undefeated streak on pay-per-views, his dominance on the SmackDown Blue brand is now over. Sheamus has done it. He's the new World Heavyweight Champion. So that's good to see. We've got our first title change for the night. We possibly could potentially have a couple more. You never know. There's some more championships to be championship matches later on. But Sheamus, he's done it. I didn't think he'd do it. I didn't think he'd be able to knock off the Big Show, but he's proved me wrong. He's proved everybody wrong, and he certainly is very deserving of the belt. Great matchup here. So he's certainly going to be the guy to represent SmackDown in a positive way, and we'll have to find out what happens next with the Big Show and Sheamus saga on the next episode, the next SmackDown episode of our Universe mode, which won't be the next one, but the one after. And I think our next matchup is going to be for the United States Championship. Yes, it will be R-Truth versus Santino Marella. If you remember, if you go back to the episode where it was called First Time Ever, the first time we ever had a championship matchup on a standard show, a Raw SmackDown show, and that was, of course, I think it was a fatal four-way matchup. R-Truth, Santino Marella, Antonio Cesaro, and David Otunga, in a fatal four-way matchup for the US title, and of course, R-Truth winning the belt. We finally got the belt off Santino. But Santino, as all champions do, they are entitled to a rematch, so he will be getting his rematch tonight. So you'd have to say this will be his only chance to get the belt. Otherwise, he's going to be back down the line and somebody else will come up and get their opportunity at the belt. But Santino Marella, here he comes. The crowd do like him, I will admit that. I personally, not his biggest fan. If you've been following the series, you'll know that. I know there's a lot of you guys who are just coming into the series. If you haven't seen every episode, that's fine. And I like to keep you up to date with what's been happening in the Universe mode. And Santino Marella, of course, he won the United States Championship from Antonio Cesaro, I believe, at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And he went on to Over Limit to defend it, and he went on to Vengeance to defend it as well. So he certainly has proven to everybody that he is the rightful owner of the United States Championship. He got a bit unlucky though. In the Fatal 4-Way matchup, his character was glitched as crazy. He wasn't able to move for a good 5 minutes there, and R-Truth and others were able to take advantage of that, and R-Truth was able to get the win. I think he did come good by the time before R-Truth actually won, so that's fair. He did have a chance to win, and he blew it. So, but anyways, this is his chance to get his championship back and become a United States champion again. But R-Truth, one guy, R-Truth, hasn't had that much of an opportunity in our universe mode, but certainly has proved his worth, and I think he's a very deserving United States champion. There's no doubt about that. As we kick this match off with R-Truth and Santino Marella in the United States Championship, we've actually given it a bit of a airtime on our universe mode over the past few weeks. It's been one of the highlights of our show, especially on the Raw. Of course, it is on the Raw brand, the United States Championship. The Intercontinental Championship is on the SmackDown brand. I don't know if that's still the case in the real WWE. I think, both championships are on both shows, but I don't know what. I think the Intercontinental Championship actually gets featured more on the SmackDown brand, and I think it does on the Raw brand. So I think it's still how we have it now is still right, in my opinion. As we see R-Truth planting Santino Marella down, he's on his belly first and his head as well, slamming to the mat. And Santino Marella, he's comedic, goofy style. Can he knock off R-Truth? Because R-Truth, well, we all know what he's like. His voice is in his head. He's crazy. He's best friends with an invisible, imaginary friend, little Jimmy. So who knows what's going on in R-Truth's mind? But Santino Marella, we know what he's like. He just likes to make a joke of everything, but I don't think he'd be joking around with the United States Championship on the line, a belt that I know he cares dearly for. So I don't think he'd be joking around, and I think he'd be wanting to get that belt back. But will that happen? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and find out. But R-Truth looking good at the moment, working on the arm, and hits him with a leg drop as well. So Santino Marella in a bit of trouble here. Of course, the Milan Miracle. We all remember back to, it must have been 2007, I think it was, when he won the Intercontinental Championship on his debut night. I will give him that was a pretty epic debut, but he's been very successful in our universe mode. I'll have to give it to him. We don't like him. Most of us don't like him, but he has been very successful. He's proved us all wrong. I guess he's the face who plays the ultimate heel role. I mean, he's not liked by us, but he's liked by the fans in the game. He's hated by us, but he keeps on winning, so he's doing his job well, but he hasn't been winning as of late. And he has a chance to get his belt back here, though. But pretty even match here. I think that was a sweep of some kind, and planting R-Truth down. Of course, if he can get his, the Cobra out, and use his sock, puppet, whatever you want to call it. R-Truth planting Marella down. If he gets the Cobra out, but I don't think he's in a bit of trouble here, so I don't think the Cobra will be coming out this time. R-Truth maybe looking to finish him off here. Instead, no. Oh, yes, he hits the big boot right to the head, and he's taunting away, spinning around. He loves it, but Santino Marella's back up, and that's got to be it. Hits the little Jimmy, and that's got to be it. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The game slows it down to add to the drama, but R-Truth gets the win, retains his United States Championship. So we've seen one title change, and we've now seen a title defense. So that's good to see. The champions are still holding through. R-Truth, of course, winning it 2 weeks ago, so he has an opportunity to, have a good 6-week reign, unless he has to defend it again on Raw. We don't know yet. So good win from R-Truth. You have to be very satisfied with that victory, and he's done well. I'll give it that to him. So he will be United States Champion for another day. And Santino Marella, you'd have to say, will be back down unless he wins the number one contenders match, we won't be seeing him in the United States Championship scene for a little while, you'd have to say. But R-Truth, and I guess you could say with the help of little Jimmy, retains the United States Championship. So well done, R-Truth, as I guess we look towards our next matchup, which I believe is going to be a big one. As we get ready for the next match, it is The Rock taking on CM Punk. Well, this match pretty much culminated because, if you remember, we had a triple threat matchup, the number one contenders match. It was named the biggest match in Raw history. Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and The Rock. Of course, The Rock just coming off a big victory at Vengeance after finishing Randy Orton and sending him into, well, not retirement, but like I said earlier, he's no longer part of the WWE. And of course, CM Punk has had numerous matches for the WWE Championship, been unsuccessful, and Brock Lesnar, he made his big grand return at Vengeance, attacking John Cena, and sending a statement that he wants his WWE Championship back. Of course, he is taking on John Cena later on for the belt. He won that number one contenders match, and The Rock and CM Punk didn't. And instead, these two guys are going to face off again. And you'd have to maybe assume that this could be a number one contenders match. If Brock Lesnar doesn't get the job done, then you'd have to say, well, Matt, maybe the winner of this one will take on John Cena for the belt at the next pay-per-view, which of course is SummerSlam. That'll be very, very awesome. So make sure you get keen and get hyped up for that one. That'll be cool. But yeah, I mean, who knows how this is all going to play out. So this could be a number one contenders match, or it just could be a standard match between two guys who just don't like each other. And of course, The Rock, he made his grand return after I think it was Over the Limit. He came out, of course, and talked about how great he thought Over the Limit was, and he wanted to come back and just share his thoughts on the product today. And Randy Orton came out, he didn't really like what he had to say, and those guys had their feud, and now I guess CM Punk and The Rock, I just think these two guys just don't like each other. They just don't get along, and they have one thing that they both want in common, and that is the WWE Championship, and I guess they have to go through each other to get to that championship, and I guess this is a good way for it to happen. Now, The Rock wins and John Cena wins his match. We could be seeing John Cena versus The Rock at SummerSlam, or we could be seeing The Rock versus Brock Lesnar, maybe, or CM Punk versus Cena for the belt, or CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar for the belt at SummerSlam. So who knows what's going to happen on our Universe mode, but I guess we have to stay tuned and see, of course. But of course, there's a guy named Chris Jericho who's also been high up in the rankings. He's actually, by the end of before the pay-per-view, he was actually the number one ranked guy on the roster after beating, I think he beat Brock Lesnar on Raw. So he certainly has earned his way to a shot, but he hasn't been able to get one yet. So he'll be somebody knocking on the door for a title matchup, no doubt about that. So I think Raw in the next coming weeks will give us the answer to the number one contendership. But anyways, we move on and let's focus on the match at hand. CM Punk versus The Rock. Of course, CM Punk was the WWE champion at the beginning of our Universe mode, lost the belt to Cena at Extreme Rules and hasn't been able to get it back. And of course, I think The Miz had a title match at Over the Limit, which was a terrible match, and he lost. Of course, Cena retained, and then I'm pretty sure it was CM Punk versus Cena at the last pay-per-view. I'm pretty sure. My mind is kind of a bit blank at the moment. I'm 100%, 90% sure it was. So Punk's had a couple of opportunities, hasn't been able to get the job done. Cena's been dominating Punk. Is it time for Punk to step aside and a guy like The Rock or Chris Jericho come in and get a shot? Maybe. But he might have to be taking on Brock Lesnar if he wants a title matchup anyway, so that is to remain to be seen. That'll be, of course, our main event. That'll be coming up really soon. Of course, if you want to skip ahead and check that one out, make sure you check out the description with all the match times in there. Of course, as CM Punk kicks out at 2, The Rock and CM Punk, two of the biggest names in the sport, going at it right here. And CM Punk, he hasn't really been featured that heavily on our Universe mode. he hasn't really been winning many matches when he has been featured, so that's something that will be playing in his mind. He hasn't won a big match in a while, hasn't been able to win the championship back, and he hasn't been able to prove himself on the grand stage, so he'll be wanting to prove himself to everybody that he's still a man, he's still the top guy that he thinks he is. And you know, The Rock, hits a rock bottom. This could be a quick matchup. I think this might be it, with The Rock hitting the rock bottom. Here we go, cover. 1, 2, 3. The Rock, wow, makes quick work of CM Punk. That's it, The Rock has won it. And CM Punk, well, his pay-per-view woes in his recent history continues to not look so bright. Has another loss to The Rock, who, well, he's just come off a massive win over Randy Orton, and now he's just beaten CM Punk. So what's next for The Rock? Is the WWE Championship in The Rock's sights? I guess we have to wait and see, but wow, what a victory. And he made quick work of CM Punk, hitting the rock bottom very quickly. And that's it. CM Punk's done. He's out. He loses the match, and The Rock is now 2-0 on the pay-per-views. So, big win for The Rock. Will he be the next WWE Champion? We're going to have to wait and see. SummerSlam. Will we see John Cena versus The Rock? Brock Lesnar versus The Rock? Well, I don't know. Will we see a triple threat match? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But The Rock gets the win here at Money in the Bank. As we move on to our next match, here are, well, I guess you could say the fan favorites. One half of the tag team champions, Heath, Slater, coming out here. Of course, him and Jinder Mahal have a pretty difficult task tonight, defending their belts against the Shield. And now the Shield, they're hungry. They want the belts, and they've been close, but haven't been able to get the belts off 3MB, and I guess you could say 2MB. Drew McIntyre, not a part of the tag team champions, of course. So, but 3MB have been very, very strong, and Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater have done very, very well, surprisingly, to keep the belts as long as they have. Of course, I believe they won it off Team Hell No. Yeah, they won it off Team Hell No. I just had to think for a second there. They beat Team Hell No for the belts. I think that was at Over the Limit. So they've held the belts since Over the Limit, and they've done well. They've been plowing through the other tag teams. In fact, they've been winning most of their matches on SmackDowns and Raws. So they've been on both brands, kicking a lot of butt. So can the Shield put an end to 3MB's tag team run? I guess we'll wait and see. But the Shield would have to be my pick, honestly. I mean, the Shield are one of the most dominant tag teams in our universe mode, so you'd have to think that they're going to get the job done against two guys of the caliber of Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal. But don't write off Jinder Mahal, and don't hinder Jinder, and 3MB, baby, might just get the job done once again. Slater could slate, who knows, but as the referee holds the belts up, the ugly, terrible looking belts. I wish I could use the other belts, but I'm trying to keep it as realistic as the current day product as I could. I mean, why, man, they should have kept the World Tag Team belts. They were cool. Or even the WWE champ, like the 2003 to 2010 WWE Tag Team belts, I think it was. They were cool. The current belts are terrible. I mean, whoever designed those belts, I mean, should have been fired. They should have been throwing that design out the window and said, that was awful. Go again. Try again. But anyways, we get the match started as Heath Slater working on Roman Reigns. And Seth Rollins, of course, Roman Reigns' tag team partner, and Dean Ambrose was in part of the Money in the Bank ladder matchup earlier on. Didn't quite get the job done, but an impressive showing nonetheless from Dean Ambrose. So the singles guy of the team, no doubt. But the Shield is certainly a 6-man or 3-man tagged, that's for sure. And well, the other member of 3MB, Drew McIntyre, not here, so he could make this one a 6-man tag. It could have been a 6-man tag. It'd be interesting. I don't think we'd be able to do the 6-man tag for the belts, but that'd be cool if we could. But unfortunately, no. But anyways, this should be a good matchup. I mean, the tag team division is really looking good. We got a lot of tag teams at the moment. And there's a lot more tag teams emerging that we can use. So there's plenty of tag teams coming up, and plenty of new guys that might get a shot at the 3MB's tag team belts, or perhaps the Shield's tag team belts. I guess we're waiting to see. You know, teams like the Usos, tons of Funk. I mean, we have Primo and Epico still there, so plenty of guys that we can use, and plenty of, well, interesting combinations that we may see in the future. We never know. So, who knows? But as we see, the Shield looking good. They're dominating Heath Slater here. I mean, Heath Slater's need to try and look for a tag, because I don't know what the hell was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins trying to bump into each other or something. I don't know. But Heath Slater needs to try and look for a tag here, or he could be in a bit of trouble here, because you have to say that you don't really want to face Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for too long by yourself. You don't want to get isolated in the corner, but he's getting a bit of offense back in there. But Seth Rollins, the extra guy, throws him back in the ring, and Roman Reigns gets back up and gets you back to action. Yep, a couple of stomps to the midsection, and drags him in the middle of the ring. Could go for a cover here. No, decides to pick him up instead. So Heath Slater needs a tag, you'd have to say, or he could be in a bit of trouble. But they both bump into each other, and oh, Heath Slater with a swinging neck breaker. So that's a good move there from Heath Slater. Oh, and he, well, what a move there from Heath Slater. I've never seen him do that one. Pulling out all the stops here to try and defend his tag team championships. And well, Roman Reigns set in the corner here, so this could be the tag he needs. Yep, in comes Jinder Mahal, tagged in. So the tag team champions starting to get a bit of momentum here, building up on their momentum. They've defended the belts at Vengeance. Can they defend it again at Money in the Bank? Can they continue to be the top tag team in our universe mode? Well, so far so good. But both members of the Shield are in now. Roman Reigns still the legal man, of course, and he's going to pick him up on the top rope, I should say. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh, as he slams him down on the mat. Wow, that is gotta hurt. And Roman Reigns just full of power and full of aggression. As he's, well, another tag has been made, and elbow right to the back of the neck. This time on Roman Reigns once again. So Roman Reigns might need to look for a tag here, or he could be looking in a bit of trouble. So, of course, you know, the Shield, they won a #1 contenders match to earn the right to be in this match. So they've certainly earned their way. Can't recall who they beat, though. I apologize. But they did do very well to earn this one. I think the Usos come to mind. I'm not sure if it was, though, as Roman Reigns has the kick out at a 1 count. But anyways, they did win the right. I think Roman Reigns might be busted open here as he hits the spine buster. That is brutal. That might break some ribs, as he needs a tag, and he gets one. And yeah, they certainly earned the right to be in this matchup. And 3MB have certainly had a couple of matches with the Shield over the past few weeks on our universe mode. They've even had a 6-man tag team matchup against each other, and I think the Shield came ahead and got the win there. So they've certainly improved and impressed, the Shield have, and certainly improved as a tag team. And I think they might be ready to take the belts off 3MB if they're good enough here tonight, as Jinder Mahal gets some offense in until he eats a big drop kick there from Seth Rollins, who has a chaotic maniac style to him, high flying style, and Jinder Mahal eats another drop kick. And now it's just some strikes. So oh, roundhouse kick, or spin kick there. Spinning roundhouse kick, and that's a beautiful maneuver as Seth Rollins goes for a maneuver I think Jinder Mahal likes to use. I think it was at the camel clutch, I don't know. But I'm struggling on my names with maneuvers at the moment. I mean, I used to know them all when I was a little kid. I used to know all the moves. I used to know them all. But now I'm a little lacking. I mean, I still know most of them, but you know, there's some moves that I just haven't seen before, or haven't seen in a while, and I'm just a little rusty. So it's something I got to improve on if I'm going to be commentating on these matches. So I apologize for that. But anyways, we continue on as if you guys are still watching, and I hope you guys are really enjoying the show so far. It's been really good, and of course all the pay-per-view shows are good. I love doing these pay-per-view shows. Take a long time to make, but they certainly are a lot of fun to do, that's for sure. As these guys take it outside the ring again. They seem to be willing to take it outside the ring quite a bit here. They don't really want to stay inside for too long, and I don't know if that's a good idea. I think these guys need to keep it inside the ring. As Jinder Mahal trying to fling Seth Rollins away, but Roman Reigns, the power, the strength, just throws him back in the ring. Oh, I thought Seth Rollins was going to go for a springboard or some sorts there, but no, just jumps back in the ring. And Jinder Mahal's throwing him outside the ring again, so this one will take it back outside the ring. And so far so good for the tag team champions. They are looking the goods. Can they retain their belts though? That's going to be the big problem. I mean, the Shield, they're a dynamic duo. They're such a good tag team. They're frequent tags, and they know each other's game inside and out. So they're gonna have to really impress. As this time Seth Rollins goes for a springboard, but misses. As Jinder Mahal wants to get outside the ring again. He really wants to be outside the ring. And then you see the announce table has lost the cover off it, so we could be seeing the announce table. Oh, wow! What a shoulder right. You could call that a spear, perhaps. Into Roman Reigns. That is gotta hurt as Seth Rollins takes down Jinder Mahal. Oh man, Roman Reigns is out of it. So that's actually a very good ploy from Jinder Mahal. Take out Roman Reigns out of the game and look for a tag. He's going to get one. Heath Slater will now come into this one. He's now the legal man as they take it out to the other side of the ring. These guys, they don't want to stay out inside the ring. They want to go outside. I think this one should be more of a hardcore or a false count anywhere's tag team match of some sort, or a tornado tag team hardcore match. That's for sure. As Slater head first planted down to the ground, and Jinder Mahal, he's saying, "Oh, I'm not doing anything. I didn't touch him." And the Shield, it could be in a bit of trouble here as Heath Slater goes for a belly to belly. Yeah, of course, they got to watch for the count out. I think might be up to a 7 count. No, just back to a 1 count now. Heath Slater going in and out. So they've reset the count. I mean, there's a lot of tag teams that could come ahead and emerge as potential contenders if the Shield don't get the job done here. So it's very important that the Shield do win here, because this could be their one and only chance. Like I was saying with Sheamus, there's a lot of guys who are coming through here and wanting to get a shot. So very, very important that the Shield make the most of this opportunity, or they could find themselves back on the bottom of the contenders list and without the gold. So they need to win this one, or they could be in big trouble. As Seth Rollins is down, Heath Slater comes back outside the ring. Rollins and Heath Slater still the legal men. And Rollins, here we go, a couple of kicks. Oh, and there's one to the head as well. That could be it. He's looking as though he's going to finish him off here. He wants him up. And oh no. Kick right to the skull. That could be it. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. He gets it just before Jinder Mahal breaks the count. We have new tag team champions. The Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns are your winners. Well, they've done it. They've finally gotten their opportunity at the belts, and they've made the most of it. They have won, and they are your new tag team champions. The 3MB, they've lost the belts after a really good and successful reign. No more. We won't see 3MB, baby, anymore. We might see the one-man band, baby. But at the moment, 3MB won't be seen, while 2MB, Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal, won't be seen with their tag team belts for a while. So a little disappointing there for 3MB, but nonetheless, a good matchup, and congratulations to the Shield. That's a big win for them. But you'd have to say there are some other tag teams on the hunt for those belts. As we move on to the Divas match, it is AJ Lee coming out here. Of course, this is a big matchup for her. She won the championship, I think, from Alicia Fox. Has held the championship for a while. Has done well with the belt. Has been very impressive as the Divas champion, and in fact has been plowing through the competition. So this should be a good matchup. I think you'd have to say AJ Lee will be the favourite, though. I can't really see the Bella. I think this is Brie Bella. Yep, Brie Bella winning here. I mean, I don't know. Of course, the Bella twins the Bellas were actually out of our universe mode for a while there until their recent return to the WWE. So they are now back in and looking good. So Brie Bella, can she do it, get it done in the ring? Well, I don't know. I think AJ Lee
has been too strong as of late and has been such a good champion over the past couple of weeks. Or anyone who's faced her really has been getting their ass whooped by AJ. So you'd have to say that AJ Lee would have to be the favourite here. The champion's advantage, of course. This is a singles matchup. All rules do apply. Standard rules do apply. So you'd have to assume that AJ Lee, well, would have to be the favourite by a long shot. So Brie Bella certainly has her hands cut out for him, and this is going to be a tough one, as of course we don't play any of the matches. If you've been wondering, I have not played a single match in this pay-per-view, and we don't play any of them. They're all simulated by the computer, of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. Like, one of the rules that I set out for this universe mode at the beginning was I will not play title matches, I will not play pay-per-view matches. I'll play standard normal Raws or SmackDowns that are non-title matches or number one contenders matches. So I don't play number one contenders matches either. So all is fair. If the guys are in a title match, it's all simulated. The computer lets it go, and whoever wins, wins. And that's the way it's got to be, and that's the way I like it. So, of course, this is simulated by the computer as a big slap there on Brie Bella by AJ Lee. Of course, Brie Bella has a bit of a height advantage, but AJ Lee, you'd have to say, much more technically savvy inside the ring than Brie Bella, but looking good so far. AJ Lee to retain her championship. Can she do it? And there's a lot of divas actually wanting a shot. Of course, we've got Cameron, Naomi, Natalia, Alicia Fox wouldn't mind another shot, Layla. So there's plenty of divas on the roster who do want a shot at the gold. Will it happen? Well, we have to wait and see, but AJ Lee, if she defends here, she's still got her work cut out for her with many other divas on this roster wanting to make an impact. And slam back down to the mat once again. Brie Bella trying to get a bit of offense in here. Does so with a takedown there on AJ Lee. And a side headlock applied. And, oh, big bitch slap. You'd have to say right there on AJ Lee. And goes for another one. So Brie Bella looking good as she slams AJ Lee's face with a big face buster right down onto the mat. Not looking good for AJ Lee at the start of this one, looking to get some offense back, as he might look to, no, takes it back down with a Hurricane Rana, and very good move there from AJ Lee. And now the, snapmare takedown. Brilliant work there from AJ Lee, looking good. Has a submission hold applied, working on the leg, but close to the ropes, plus Brie Bella does get out of it. So good start to this Divas match. Unfortunately, we don't really play that many Divas matches, so we don't actually see the Divas in action on our universe mode, but we do get to see them at the pay-per-views, of course. I don't know, guys, would you like me to play more Divas matches? Make sure you let me know in the comments. I'm also thinking about maybe extending and going back to the older format where I do both the Raw and SmackDown shows in the one to kind of, I don't know, progress the series along a bit quicker, perhaps. I'm not sure, but we'll see. It's just an idea I've thrown up. Do you want to see SmackDown and Raw in the one episode, or do you want to see a SmackDown and... So you want to see a Raw, and then a SmackDown, and a Raw, and a SmackDown, and drag it out a little bit longer, make 8 episodes instead of 4. And I don't know, I think definitely 2K14, there's a lot of good ideas coming along for our universe mode. I don't know if we're still going to continue this one along, or we're going to introduce a whole brand new start, which may happen, but it'd be cool if we did do continue this one along. But I think a fresh start would be the way to go on universe mode, that's for sure. So I don't know, we'll keep going, but anyways, AJ Lee back inside the ring, Brie Bella outside the ring. It's down to about a 7 count. Yep, it is. So she needs to get inside on the ring or she can be counted out. She does. And there's a crossbody there by Brie Bella. Now stomping away on AJ Lee. Kick to the head as well. AJ Lee in big trouble. And now another submission maneuver. So will AJ Lee tap? She's very close to the ropes. But as I said before, doesn't matter. She gets out of it. Takes her down. And he goes for a cover. One. No, not even a count. Brie Bella looking strong. Kicking out before a count can even come along. Another slap there from Brie Bella. She is looking good. Oh, another takedown there. go for a cover here. This could be it. I think we might have a new Divas champion. Here we go. Cover. 1. No, just a 1 count. It's just the game slowing it down, adding to the drama. And, oh, right to the back of the neck. Another beautiful takedown there from AJ Lee. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. AJ Lee has retained the Divas Championship. What a match there from the Divas. And, well, AJ Lee continues her dominance of the Divas division with a big victory over Brie Bella. Welcome. Props to her. She's done very, very well. And, of course, this is the final matchup before our big main event. We get into that in a minute. But AJ Lee, well done, beating one of the Bella twins. No twin magic, unfortunately. We didn't see Nikki Bella giving in the assist to Brie Bella, but nonetheless, well done to AJ Lee. Brie Bella, unfortunately, couldn't get the job done, and she's going to have to go back, recuperate, and maybe earn her way back to the title again if she does want it. And I'm sure she does, but the Divas champion is AJ Lee still. And I have to say that she will be a Divas champion for a long, long time if she keeps this good run of momentum up, that's for sure. So Brie Bella down and out, but she may be back in the Divas Championship hunt, who knows. But as we get along to the WWE Championship match, it is now time for the big main event. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's main event time. John Cena coming out, the WWE Champion, of course, who won the belt back at Extreme Rules and has held the belt ever since. Here we go. But I think arguably this could be his biggest opponent for Cena, knocking off CM Punk and The Miz in his 2 title defenses at the previous 2 pay-per-views. So this is his 3rd title defense. Will it be his last title defense, or will he continue to keep defending the championship in future pay-per-views? Who knows, but this man is going to be the one guy, you'd have to say, will challenge John Cena like no one else. He is inhuman. This guy is a freak. He is the beast, Brock Lesnar, and he's one scary, bad dude. And of course, he made his huge return back at Vengeance, where he surprised everyone. And he came out and attacked John Cena during the match. Well, after the match, sorry. After Cena just retained, sending a message to Cena that he's back and he wants his belt. And, of course, he won the #1 contenders match to earn the right to get a shot at this very championship. So, will he go on to win? Well, I guess that's to remain to be seen. But at the moment, you'd have to say he's the clear, definite favorite to win this match. As we introduce the 2 men who will be a part of this, of course, Brock Lesnar, former WWE champion in his own right, John Cena. The current champion has held the belt many times. Lesnar hasn't been champion for a long time. Is this his chance? Is this his moment? Is this his time to shine? Well, I don't know, but for now, I think John Cena has got his money cut out for him. I don't know if he can beat Brock Lesnar, to be honest. I think this is the one guy that John Cena probably did not ever want to face. And he probably never thought he would ever have to face him, but he is going to have his work cut out for him right now. As the referee gets ready to start this one, showing both guys the belt, making sure everything is all good as it is. There is the WWE Championship. And as we get ready to kick off this match, here we go. Of course, we're not playing as any of these guys. We're letting these 2 guys go at it as Brock Lesnar starts early with a belly-to-belly suplex on John Cena. Of course, as I said earlier, Brock Lesnar winning a #1 contenders matchup to be a part of this match. And John Cena hasn't been heavily featured. We haven't seen much of him over the past few weeks on our Universe mode. But, of course, got a huge victory over CM Punk at the pay-per-view, the Vengeance pay-per-view. Of course, if you didn't see that one, make sure you go do it. He got a huge pay-per-view victory against CM Punk. And this is Brock Lesnar's first pay-per-view matchup since his return. And he's only had a couple of matches on our Universe mode. He's had a few on Raw. Of course, the #1 contenders match. He had a big matchup against Chris Jericho where he did not win. So hasn't really been in the best touch leading in. So his big return hasn't been that special, to be honest. He hasn't really impressed that greatly. But he's certainly... We all know what he's capable of. We all know what he can do. We all know he is the beast. And we all know he is a huge threat to the championship. So Cena better watch out, because otherwise he may not walk out as the champion, and we might be seeing a new WWE champion, as a lot of you guys have been wanting to see. You guys have been telling me, man, we got to get the belt off Cena. I'm sick and tired of seeing Cena with the belt. Well, this might be the one guy who can get the job done. But at the moment, it's John Cena in the box seat here. He's in control of Brock Lesnar, throwing him against the ropes and taking him back down to the mat. And, well, I don't know, man. It's because Brock Lesnar, he is a beast. He is, just look at the size of Lesnar compared to Cena. You know, it's really not that big of a difference. So you'd have to say both these guys are evenly matched. Whereas if a Brock Lesnar was coming up against a CM Punk or a Daniel Bryan or somebody, you'd have to say Brock Lesnar is the clear favourite. But Cena, he's a big guy, he's a strong guy in his own right, but I don't think he's quite as strong as Brock Lesnar, but still can go toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar. So Cena's certainly a good opponent for Lesnar. Lesnar's not going to be able to win this one easy. He's going to have to certainly work for it. And Cena's going to have to probably work his hardest and be on his A game. Otherwise, I think he will lose the championship here. But at the moment, looking pretty good, taking Lesnar down to the mat, just taking things nice and slow, building his way up and wearing Brock Lesnar down as he picks Lesnar up for a, well, he just throws him to the mat with a slam there. And of course, our next pay-per-view, SummerSlam. Who will be the champion walking into that one? You can imagine SummerSlam is going to be an absolutely mammoth show. You'd have to say it is going to be one of the biggest shows in our universe mode so far. So probably the biggest show. I think, of course, we've got guys like The Rock, CM Punk, Cena, Randy Orton. So not Randy Orton. Apologies. And no, that was not me slipping in a spoiler away. Guys, and we could perhaps see, speaking of returns, we could see a return of someone else. Could we see the return of Triple H, an Undertaker? Maybe. Who knows? Or could we even see a return of somebody we very much least expect? That could be a subtle hint for you guys. I don't know. I'm planning something, but not in the work. Not a definite yet. We haven't quite signed him to our universe mode yet, but we're currently in talks. But I don't know. Who knows who'll be at SummerSlam? All I know is it's going to be an absolutely huge show, and you will not want to miss it. So stay tuned for the upcoming episodes of Universe Mode, so you're up to date with what is happening in the build-up to SummerSlam. You know all what it's going to be about, and there's going to be a lot of promo videos to hype for SummerSlam. Will be huge, and I've told you guys that I was thinking about ending it at SummerSlam. Not sure if that's still going to go ahead. We'll see how we're going. See how long it takes me to get to the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and how long it takes until the next game comes out. So it could be a good time to end the series at SummerSlam if we get the SummerSlam around in the October mark and the game's not too far. The next game's not too far away, and then we can finish it on a high note and move on to the next game. That could be certainly a possible option that we might do. And thinking about it now, actually, it makes a lot of sense to do that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we're going. But for now, we'll focus on SummerSlam, and we'll focus on this match because Brock Lesnar has now taken control. He's now taken back over Cena at the moment. So can Cena get back in this matchup? Because of course the championship is on the line. It's a normal standard matchup, so of course all rules do apply. So champion's advantage does apply, but at the moment Cena won't be needing that advantage because he's just gotten himself back into the matchup here. And I don't know, if Cena can hit that attitude adjustment and hit his 5 moves of doom, you'd have to say that's going to be it for Brock Lesnar. Normally is it for most guys, so I wouldn't be surprised if Brock Lesnar suffers the same fate. But likewise, if Brock Lesnar can hit the F5, well, she's all over for John Cena. His championship reign will be done. But so far, so good for both guys. They're both being competitive, both guys staying well in this matchup. But, well, Lesnar in a submission predicament, but breaks out of it, just throws Cena over the top. Looking good is both guys, you'd have to say, looking very, very good and very, very likely here to win this match. Cena for a cover and a kick out at 2. Close fall there. And Lesnar holding his head. He's feeling the effects of this matchup. Is the Beast. Now with a snap suplex there. And Cena trying to keep alive in this match, trying to build some momentum. Here we go. He goes for a suplex of his own, taking Lesnar down. And he might be looking to go for some more punishment here as a snapmare. So this is good stuff from John Cena. Goes for another cover, just a 1 count. So Lesnar fighting through, fighting strong. He's going to have to do more than that to take down Lesnar. Now he's going up to the top rope. What is he doing here? No. Drops back down, thankfully. Be a bit scary if Lesnar was up the top rope. You know what he's seen. We have seen him up the top rope before, and it didn't really end pretty. If you remember back to the old WrestleMania, and Cena tying up here with Lesnar, and he's taken to the mat. There's Lesnar, of course. So Cena looking good, looking likely to retain his championship here. And well, as we were talking about earlier, with the CM Punk and The Rock match, who will be the WWE Champion, or who will the WWE Champion face at the next pay-per-view? Will we see more than one contender at the next show, perhaps? Or will we see this one-on-one matchup for the belt? Who knows? But all I know is the Raw brand is looking very good, very strong. And the SmackDown brand also looking very good. So both World Championships are looking very good. And it's exciting times ahead. SummerSlam is going to probably be the most exciting show on our Universe mode, no doubt. I'm very much so looking forward to it. Lots of surprises, lots of things to come. So make sure you all stay tuned for that. As Cena is down and out, Lesnar looking good, looking the goods by all means. And Cena with a counter with a big DDT, countering Brock Lesnar. Could go for a cover here, doesn't. Instead, going for a submission hold as well. Will Lesnar tap out? Not looking good for Lesnar, but he does break out of it with the strength that he has. Quite comfortably able to break out. And hits another belly-to-belly suplex for good measure. Wow. This is a good back-and-forth match. Both guys groggy. Cena doesn't know where the hell he is. Lesnar's just holding his head. He's struggling a little bit as he picks him up. Goes for a power bomb and drops into the mat. That could be it. Doesn't go for the cover though. And now he goes for oh my god, another throw. I thought he was going to go for the German suplex, but Cena got thrown overboard. And Lesnar now looking to go to the top rope again. Strikes Cena and goes for a shoulder block or a spear-like maneuver to take him down. And well, you'd have to say this is not looking good for Cena. Taken down once again. Lesnar, if he can go hit his big finisher here, this could be it. And he tosses him overboard again. Belly to belly throw. I mean, this is brutal for Cena. You can see he's feeling the effects. He's going to get a third one as well. John Cena is in big trouble. Can Lesnar finish him off? And he just picks him up and takes him back down with a clothesline. Oh, he's a roll-up. Cena out of nowhere. Inside cradle. Oh. He go for Lesnar going for one. No. Reverses. Cena again. 2. No. Lesnar now. 1. 2. Cena reverses. 1. 2. Oh. 1. 2. This is back and forth. Who's going to get the 3 count here? Both guys just getting through 2 counts, and it's going to stay at a 2 count with Lesnar getting out of it. And well, that was a fantastic sequence there as Lesnar has Cena up the top rope. This is not going to end well. This is not good. Uh-oh. Oh my god, that is it. Double arm underhook superplex, and Cena kicks out at 1. Wow. Fighting through. Lesnar kick to the midsection. Bang. You'd have to say if the first man hit their finisher will win this match. Lesnar puts him back on the top rope again. He might be looking to take him down from behind here. Maybe a German suplex off the top. No. Oh my, side suplex. Taking Cena down. Both guys are in trouble. Lesnar might be looking for that powerbomb again. He does. He whacks him straight down on the mat. That is it. Uh-oh. He's going to go for that throw it again. Belly-to-belly throw. Oh, man. This is brutal from Lesnar. Cena is down and out.
And what's he doing now? He might be going for... Oh. He's going for the elbow off the top. Cena happened to get up halfway through that the elbow, but still managed to get enough on him to take him down. Here's a cover. 1, 2... Oh, no. Just a 1 count. And Cena fighting through. Fighting strong. Well, we all know how difficult he is to beat. And Lesnar throwing... That time it was a German suplex. Beautiful maneuver there from Brock Lesnar, who could be the new WWE champion with this pinfall. He gets it! The German suplex is enough. That is it. We have a new new WWE champion, Brock Lesnar. Well, the Beast has done it. What a match, back and forth, but it's going to be Brock Lesnar who picks up the victory, and the reign of Super Cena is now over. John Cena has lost the championship. We have a new WWE champion, and his name is the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Wow, what a show, what a finish. Guys, thank you very, very much for joining us here on Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for the upcoming Universe Mode episodes. They are going to be awesome. And make sure you leave a ton of comments. I'd love to see you guys' thoughts and opinions on the show. So, Brock Lesnar, the new champion. What are your thoughts? Will he be a good champion? How long will he hold the belt for? But are you happy that Cena lost the belt? Let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, Brock Lesnar celebrating. He is the new WWE champion. That's it from me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you very, very soon for more WWE 13 Universe Mode.